Steve goes off, gets a college scholarship like we all thought that he would. And then like most things in life, you just lose contact with people, right? You have no idea where they are or what they're doing or how they're doing or anything like that. And you kind of just come into town to visit your parents from time to time, but all of those relationships fade further and further away. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And so Steve actually called me while I was on a walk this week, and he says, I was sitting here, and I feel like the Lord told me to call you, but I have two questions for you. He said, first, are you going to be up teaching anytime soon? And I'm like, well, yeah, yeah, I am. Matter of fact, as you said, yeah, I'm going to be up. And he says, I feel like the Lord has something that I need to share with you that's going to bless somebody that's going to be listening to the words that you release. And so Steve begins to tell me that after he left us and when he went off to go play college football, that he, at the top of his game, at the top of the scouts, at the top of his potential to go to the NFL, began to go blind. And he lost everything, scholarships, sent home, like everything. The girl that was with him, love of his life, left him. And he told me that at the height of his depression, he went from 300 pounds to 617 pounds. And he said, I was sitting in my house. This is in West Texas, so you're talking 100 and something degrees. And if anything don't make you, realize hell is not the place to be, just move to Midland. For a Midland summer, you will come out saved, sanctified, and delivered. And so he's sitting there. Kenyon's my meter. Y'all, I'm going to be looking at Kenyon from time to time, because if Kenyon stays awake, I know I'm doing something good. So Kenyon is sitting there. Steve is sitting there in the hot Texas heat. He is in the height of his depression. He can barely see out of his eyes. He's 617 pounds, and he's going into rage in the middle of his house all by himself. And he says that he looks up and he says, Lord, if you are real, I need you. Doorbell rings. And he said he's talking 3 seconds, the doorbell rings. So he gets up and he's mad, because when you're in this state, the last thing you want is company, right? And he was like, it better not be no Jehovah's Witness or nobody going door to door. So he's got all these thoughts going through his head.